Jobs for women used to mean secretary, nurse, or teacher, but more and more women today are considering what used to be called men's work.
Their jobs now, oh, they say we can't pursue, but you and I both know there ain't nothing a woman can't do. Just believe in yourself and you'll see your life will change. Just believe in yourself and it's a whole new game.
When you're thinking about the future, the kind of work you want to do, and the need to support your family, consider a non-traditional job. A non-traditional job is one you don't usually see women doing, where women make up less than 25% of the workforce. If you ask people on the street what non-traditional work for women is, they'll probably say truck driver. There are many more opportunities open to women. Some places to inquire about non-traditional work are the Job Service, Displaced Homemaker Centers, Human Resource Development Councils, and the Union Hall's apprenticeship programs. There are many good reasons to find out more about the kinds of non-traditional job opportunities that are available in your area.
I got a divorce and became a single parent and had to raise a daughter and went back to school, Missoula Votech, for heavy equipment and truck driving, and got a commercial driver's license because a man's field pays more money than a woman's does.
I knew that if I didn't make it in a higher paying job, which it was labor work mainly, my kids would suffer the consequences. And I wanted my kids to have the opportunity to go to college, and that was my goal, really.
The reason that I got into laboring is I used to work in a nursing home as a nurse's aide, and my husband was a laborer and still is, but he would make more during the summer than I did working all the time.
Kathy Brady began work as a telephone operator for U.S. West 19 years ago and now does office installation.
There's a lot of self-reward in a job like this. You know you do a good job, even though someone isn't always patting you on the back and saying, hey, you did okay, it works. You know that you did okay. You sure find out if you did something wrong. You know, they let you know that right away, but it's a good job and I enjoy it. And I'll probably be in this department until I retire.
The work is usually more physical, sometimes outdoors in all kinds of weather.
An occasional plus of painting is you get to work outside in the summer, which is really often very pleasant, and sometimes not.
Sometimes in the winter it's not very nice when you can't see and you're plowing snow. That's kind of scary, but I'll get used to that too, so.
You'll learn to work with a variety of tools and machines most women were never introduced to.
I thought about going in as a diesel mechanic, and I decided I didn't want to be in one spot all the time. There's a lot of variety where I'm at now. There's a lot of variety in heavy equipment. Truck driving, there's variety depending on which angle you get into, whether you go long haul, local delivery, or in my case, what I'm doing, it's road maintenance.
You're not always just laying pipe and stuff. You'll be working heavy highway. And I've done everything from dumping trucks, asbestos removal, hazardous waste. There's just a lot of things. It's not just the same job day after day.
Non-traditional jobs can require working shifts that rotate between day and night, in town and out of town. You may discover you already have many of the organizing and planning skills used in this kind of work. Other skills you'll learn on the job and in training courses. work environment is often male-oriented. The conversation is different, the humor is different, and some men don't want women working in a man's world.
You're going to have to expect certain things going into a man's world. They're going to talk different. They're going to have different type jokes. Their interests are probably going to be different than yours. They like their cars, they're hunting, they're fishing. You're going to hear a lot of that. You don't hear too much about them cleaning house and cooking and what the kids did today.
Bruce Morris worked construction for many years and is now a business representative for the Carpenters Union serving western Montana.
There's still men on these jobs who don't think women belong on a construction site, and that's the reality. And a woman who's going to go out into construction, work along in basically what's still perceived by many of the men that are working on these jobs as a man's world, that woman's got to be aware of those things and willing to deal with those things. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. All I'm saying is that's the reality, and you're going to come up against those things if you're going to go into this.
It's going to take some time and experience for men and women to be at ease working around each other. Sometimes discomfort takes the form of sexual harassment.
If there's overt sexual harassment, then get in touch with me. That's one of my jobs. And, you know, I'll contact the employer and we'll get those things straightened out. But it's the things that aren't overt that are the real problems. I mean, you know, I don't have to sexually harass you to still give you a hard time. I can give you the cold shoulder without harassing you at all.
When we first started, it was hard, and I know it was hard for the men to have women come into their environment, and I guess the men dealt with it the only way they could. There has been harassment, but these days, since it isn't a new aspect, it isn't there really, not anymore.
One of the main benefits of doing non-traditional work is that people are willing to pay you more to do it.
Well, one thing you notice when you get involved in this kind of work is that it pays a little more. You can actually charge more for your labor than you would charge if you were serving up hamburgers in a fast food store. You just make more money at it, and that makes the work more pleasant. You know, even if it's difficult or whatever, it's worth more. And people think it's worth more, so I like that part of it. I like making more than $5 an hour when I go to work.
They started me at $10.48 an hour. I've just today, in fact, on this pay period, was raised up to $11.03 an hour.
Mobility, being able to move up to other positions or to other locations, pride in doing a skilled job well, and greater physical activity are very real possibilities.
There's so many different fields just besides laboring in the construction business and stuff. And as a laborer, you learn the basics from the ground up, and then you can pick out what field you want to go into and excel in that. I don't know if I'll be able to do this when I get older, because it does take your toll on your body, but what a lot of laborers do and stuff is they learn the craft from the ground up, and then they go into something else, like either operating, pipe fitting, boiler maker, carpenter and stuff. There's so many different fields just besides laboring in the construction business.
I think most non-traditional jobs is there's more physical activity, and that's kind of something that's pretty important to me in my work.
A majority of union jobs include benefits such as health insurance and pensions.
Who can pay you the wages that don't can pay you up here? And I think mostly because of the union, we have kept most of our, privileges.
Another thing through the laborers and stuff that's really great is our pension and our benefits. We get medical and dental. And between both my husband and I working, I have not paid a medical or dental bill for 6 years. Between both of our insurances, it covers it all. When you only have one person laboring, it covers 80%. And that's still a lot better than a lot of the insurance policies that are around.
Besides the pay and the benefits, it's just a rewarding type of job to know that you can go in there and keep up with the big boys and do what you got to do.
I do like being a woman in a man's world. I mean, it's fun. You can kind of be a big shot, you know? And I'm not a big shot, but you feel like you're holding your own out there in the world. You don't have to ask somebody to help you, you know, and if I do ask somebody to help me, it's because I'm paying them. That's also rewarding. It's fun to be holding your own out there in the world.
Balancing family and work isn't easy for anyone.
Working in the winter, the 3 to 11:30, because my daughter gets out of school after 3 and I'm gone to work. She's in bed when I get home. She realizes I need my sleep, so she doesn't wake me up in the morning, so I don't see her sometimes till the weekend.
In Montana, it's seasonal, and I've got the winter off to be with my kids and stuff. During the summer, you work long hours, but you make enough, you put it away, and it works out really nice. So you can be both a laborer and a mother.
You'll need a support system to help you cope, especially if you're a single parent. Sometimes grandparents are willing to help.
I think my biggest one is my mom, without a doubt. She has been always with me and helped me whenever I needed it. When I don't think I would have been able to even think about shift work if I didn't have her at home to watch for my kids all the time.
Planning for shift work and making arrangements for being out of town are very important.
My little ones, it was hard on them too because we always had to find child care. I had to hire a gal to come in the mornings to help my kids get ready for school and have a babysitter after school for the kids. There's a lot of planning. You just don't go to work in the morning and come home.
But the rewards of non-traditional work can be substantial.
Oh, it's been excellent for my kids. They really enjoy having their mom in kind of a different, unique occupation, and they benefit more from the wages and the medical and stuff. They get a lot more profit out of it, too, than if you're just making a wage barely getting by and stuff. They get extra treats and stuff, and then I've got the weekend home, and we can do other things than having to watch all the pennies all the time, and it makes a lot of difference.
My mom has put 2 girls in college already. And it's pretty expensive college. I mean, she's a single parent, and she did it, and she's putting one more in college. And
it's so hard for a single parent to put her kids through that. You know, the responsibility, the time, the money, and she did it all on her own. You know, and we supported her all we could. You know, we didn't help money-wise or anything, but we just thank her for what she could do for us. I mean, we love her a lot, and we're just all very happy with our family because we're so close and very supportive.
A good paycheck and good benefits go a long way toward creating security now and in the future for your family.
Seeing my mom doing what she does makes us realize that we can do anything, and she's a great role model for us because women don't have hardly any, I guess, life in the men's world, and that's not true because my mom has proven that she can work as well as a man, you know, in what she's doing in the mill and in the chemistry lab. So we're just glad that she's safe and she's doing really well and she's happy with herself.
Montana employers have some encouraging words for women who want to pursue non-traditional work.
I guess traditionally, a lot of people, at least today, think that the construction trades have been very closed and haven't been open to women and minorities. And in a lot of cases, that's been true. There's been situations where if your father wasn't a carpenter, you didn't get into the union, you didn't get into the trade, you couldn't get into an apprenticeship program. That's changed. Nowadays, you know, the door's open. In a lot of respects, that door has been pried open by the federal government through legislation like EEO, Equal Employment Opportunity, affirmative action programs, things like that.
I really like working for I work for Jensen, and I really like Jensen because it stays home right now. Some of these companies, you have to travel all over the state, but Montana Power treats you good, Jensen treats you excellent. It's just really nice to be in town, especially during the school year, and still keep on working this late into the fall.
Randy Evans, construction supervisor for industrial services, has worked with women in a number of different trades.
We're a general contractor, and so we do a variety of everything. We hire all kinds of trades, from operating engineers, iron workers, millwrights, carpenters, laborers. They're probably our primary people that we employ. We look for somebody that has a knowledge, qualifications for whatever trade we're looking for. Somebody with some ambition, somebody that shows up and wants to work when they get there, somebody that's dedicated to the trade, to whatever they're doing. Yes, I would say generally we've had real good experiences with gals in the workplace.
What these jobs demand more than anything is an ability to continue for 8 to 10 hours a day. So you need stamina, you need wind, those types of fitness type of considerations are real important. Okay, here's an example. You take a 4x8 sheet of plywood. Form ply, when it's been soaked in concrete many different times, it probably weighs 85, 90 pounds. And you know, a lot of men will carry the sheet like this. I've worked with women who weren't able to do that because their upper body strength wasn't equal, but by turning around and grabbing the thing and using their backs, they were able to carry as many sheets of plywood a day as a man. I've worked with guys that are twice my size and could lift a piece of plywood like that with one hand. You know, so sometimes I got to run a little faster to keep up with one of them. On the other hand, there's times and situations on a job where a guy who's 6'4" and weighs 300 pounds is not going to even be able to get in to where he needs to work. So someone who's smaller is going to have an advantage. You know, there's no reason that I can see, and I've been in this thing for almost 22 years now, that a woman can't compete right alongside with a man as a carpenter. Whether it's in heavy construction, on a bridge, or building houses.
Non-traditional jobs aren't for everyone, but they could be just what you are looking for.
I had a lot of determination, and I don't think it's for everybody. It takes a lot of hard work, and you have to learn to accept the guys, and they're joking and they're ribbing, and realize that it's not really you, it's their way. I'm proof positive it can be done, but it takes a lot of determination.
The next step is up to you. Ask the staff at your Displaced Homemaker Center, local job service, Human Resource Development Council, or Union Hall about what's available in non-traditional jobs. More and more women today are working in jobs they never would have considered before.
When you feel things, oh, they're pressing in on you. Got them kids to feed, bills are stacking up, and the boss is riding you. Well, you can change now. You can do it if you dare, just by believing in yourself. You're halfway there. I was young now, yeah, and my father went away. My mama said, hey girl, we're gonna make it some way. She worked hard, oh, she believed in what she could do. She believed in herself, and I believe in you now. Jobs we can't pursue, but you and I both know there ain't nothing we can't do. Just believe in yourself, and you'll see your life will change. Just believe in yourself, and it's a whole new game now. Oh, when you realize that there ain't nothing holding you back but your own mind. I wanna be there. I wanna be there by your side now. When you feel things, oh, they're pressing in on you. You got by believing in yourself. You're halfway there now. I wanna be there. Oh, when you realize that there just ain't nothing holding you back but your own mind. I wanna be there.